Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Castle Courtyard. Unfortunately, it is a downgrade from the shrine at the Poe Museum, but these bricks are just as sturdy.
Definitely
fully work there.
Definitely don't flow when the wind blows.
Yep, that's right. You can just see how sturdy this wall is.
Look
Pretty
how
sturdy.
strong I am.
Oh man. Thank you for tuning in. For all of you who made it last night, that was absolutely incredible. We were blown away by people's support and people's generosity.
Insane.
The Poe Museum folks were, I think, very happy
They were
with
over
everything.
the moon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Over the moon because all y'all tuned in.
That's right,
Gave
yeah.
and they thought it was amazing.
I was thinking about it today. I was like, in some ways, we did them a disservice. Like we showed them the peak of incredible D&D. So we're gonna have to step it up next time to make sure we're only improving on where we started with them.
Boy.
But they got they came in strong. Their first D&D session was strong.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part of the night is how they both were lost in the madness and they both just started reciting the Conqueror
Yeah.
Worm without knowing that was coming.
I seriously thought it was scripted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she said it, I was like, same page. Same page.
Like I knew that was
You're like,
from.
Yeah.
I knew it was from the poem, and I was like, "Oh, hi, I get it." And then when you said it too, as part of the story, I was like, "What? Why?"
Yeah.
Coach sat in the background.
It was nuts.
Coach rolled around.
Hey Throck, I only mean by the support from everybody. It was incredible. People were going crazy for it, man. It was so awesome. Sorry, what were you saying, Sean?
Oh no, that was all. I was just saying about Coach rolling around like
Yeah.
this.
Oh, the commando crawling.
Yes.
The die throw. It was you that threw the dice off.
I did
It was
not.
Grant, right?
It was Grant,
Yeah.
and
I was
and
fully.
Debbie dropped hers too, so I did not.
You were
Out
the
of
only
that
one.
table.
I was every time you rolled, I saw it just veering towards the
It's
edge.
because he started with the wrist hold.
Yeah.
Because I had to hold my
I had to
blouse.
lift up the lace. I loved watching Coach. Like a die would hit the ground, he'd just like commando crawl into it, like dice extracted over.
I love just sticking my hand out and having rerolls.
Oh man, that's celebrity status where
Yeah.
you put your hand out and somebody puts a D20 in it.
Oh my
I also,
god.
at some points, would look over and I would see silent communication between Coach
Where they
and
were like-
Andrew, and they were like,
Yeah. You guys had your whole little
They
lexicon
were like
down.
this.
I think our biggest slip up was not refreshing everybody with drinks during that hot evening. That was our biggest one, is that we did not keep on top.
We were. I was dying. By the end, it wasn't so bad,
No,
but
but-
I was getting dehydrated.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
You know, I
That
also spent
wig.
half my night on a mission to take out and relocate cicadas. You know.
Yeah,
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 oh my
yeah.
gosh.
The sniper work on the cicadas. Rewatching the video, they were so hilariously loud, but
Yeah.
they only last for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That was nice that they stopped.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
very
I'm
thoughtful
glad they
of
were
them.
feeling
Yes.
it. They're like, y'all, it's on.
Oh man, my bad. I didn't realize y'all were doing
Just one more.
I'm good now.
Alright, had to get that out. Had to get it out. Okay, so for real, thank you everybody. That
"Can we
was so
draw
much
attention
fun.
to everyone's matching shirts except
Yes.
Coach?" Sorry, Coach.
Yes.
Sorry,
Sorry,
mine's
Coach.
not in yet. We'll just throw a little.
The high score kid artwork. They're awesome shirts. They're awesome shirts.
Big
Okay.
fan of the tank.
What else? Do we have anything else to talk about before we get going tonight? I know we're all kind of in a weird funk. I was up until like 3 in the morning.
Me
so
too.
sure you guys were too.
We're all a little wrecked, but don't worry, that will not affect our D&D.
No.
But we all
These characters
are
don't get wrecked.
pretty past.
We will probably not go terribly late tonight. We'll find a nice place and probably wrap it up because I need a good night's sleep before work tomorrow. But
If anybody, I know I saw before we even started, we got a few new follows. A lot of people were kind enough to follow us and join the Discord last night. If this is your first non-Poe event stream, welcome.
yeah,
Everybody that we usually see, the typical crew, welcome back. We love y'all.
Thanks for being here.
yes, indeed. So I guess we could start with a quick summary of where we're at. Normally we don't start a session with a summary, but for any
We were
new
off
faces,
last week too.
yeah, we
It's
were
been
off
a
last
minute.
week. It's been 2 weeks since we've been here. So let's see. Hey, who wants to do a summary? Who's not me?
Got it, y'all.
All right. The Mind Palace. That's right, then,
Just-
man. You are typical crew, my dude.
Just download complete. So, this is the merging of a couple of our stream stories. The characters that we have here were, before we ever streamed, our original D&D characters that defeated Tiamat. After that, they've kind of, spread out through the wind. Ennis has rebuilt the Church of Anilor. Nithbis has set up Golden Leaf to the war-torn Sword Coast. Kothai has gone all around. Our rogue pirate has set back off to sea. We ended Strahd. Only 2 made it out. Esme, who Ennis sent to Melindrock to help take out some of the peripheral cults within this.
To rally an army.
Wayland, who's now joining this party, made it out of Strahd, was not originally from this plane, this realm of existence.
So everything is brand new to him.
brand new.
And he's mourning the loss of his horse, but he just got a hippogriff.
So
Yeah.
the Tuesday stream that we had, unfortunately, a cruel DM, who's also named Sean, but not me, but also me, might have TPK'd the party. So they had got about halfway through Princes of the Apocalypse and were defeated. So now it has come back to the original heroes to finish the quest. They met up with Wayland and Esme, who had just teleported here.
Literally just straight after fighting
Straight out of
Strahd.
Barovia.
Dumped Esme.
Sent her to do a task.
Dumped Esme.
I can't play 2 at once.
It's not you, it's us.
You could juggle both character sheets. It's just
I'm Ennis. I'm Esme.
you have to
I'm Esmus.
Erasmus.
We then stopped the fire cult from burning down Red Larch, in which we dealt with some fire elementals and an adult red dragon.
Oh, the
there
dragon.
was a dragon.
Then we entered into the ruins of Tyar Besil, where the elemental cults were, and we made it through to the water cult where the original Princess party fell. Fought through some trolls and giants, and led by a hag, and we found that one of the trolls was in fact formerly Broderick.
That's right.
It was the kind old bard, veteran of many wars, and was the hippogriff Shimmermane's former owner, and she is out for revenge.
She mad.
She out for blood.
So as we try to stop this elemental threat, one of the spared giants carried Broderick to the surface under strict orders not to eat him. And we head down now into the Fane of the Eye to stop whichever one of the remaining cults is going to try to bring forth one of these elemental princes. There's fire, there is water, and there is earth. We don't know who is where or what will happen, but we probably need to face them all down. And we are now in the Fane of the Eye.
Indeed you are.
The famed Fane of the Eye.
The insane famed of the Eye. Alright, so we will begin with you all having recently departed from the temple you were in previously, the water temple where you fought the trolls and the hag, and you found that staircase, if you recall, behind the altar, and it goes deep into the earth. And so we're going to begin, if you all would like a moment to talk amongst yourselves, get back in your character voices, since it's been 2 weeks, as you are climbing down this treacherous staircase into darkness.
I do have one question for you.
Hit me.
The sea kelp, gross one was Broderick.
Was the hag.
The hag.
Yeah, the gross troll was Broderick.
And did we kill the hag or did she get away?
Yeah, you killed her.
Did she have a weapon with her of any significance?
She was not one of the what do they call the prophets?
Okay.
She's not one of the prophets. Oh, thank you, Shogun. That's our first divine inspiration, and for those of you who know, divine inspiration can either allow the players to reroll any one die or force me to reroll any one die.
Thank you, Shogun. You are
That's the Shogun one.
us.
Remember how I beat every save yesterday but hardly did anything
No,
else?
I blocked that.
Staved off the madness.
The only one.
All right, so all around you, you can hear the echoing of your footsteps down this hewn tunnel in the rock. You have these slippery stone stairs that have been worn fairly smooth from years of youth. I started to say youth, but they're not youthful.
Youth?
They're rock
They're
stairs.
stairs.
They're actually quite old. So, I hand it all to you.
Right, we're walking down. Since we found Broderick, do you
Grab
think
that.
we shall find the others?
I don't know. Do you recall who we would be looking for?
You met the fire girl, Adara, and I met with Broderick, Henrik. He was a priest of temples.
Tempest, yes. I do remember Adara now that you say that.
Depending on the state we find them in, we found Broderick not in the best conditions. If he was the first, we might be lucky and find the others. If he was the end, we might not know which of these things are.
I do know that poor Adara would have nowhere to be sent back.
Unfortunately, that's what happens when you pass in places that are foreign to you. Sometimes you don't get a chance to go back.
Also, trolls and giants very well could have eaten them already. Which makes me a bit teary-eyed when I think about it.
Yes.
That is that common?
Trolls, yes. Hill giants, mostly too. They're, like I said, not smart. They eat
Kothar is
anything.
from the Cloud Giants.
They're
cloud
smart.
A cloud giant. They are probably the smartest. Maybe a storm giant. I don't know. But the cloud giants are cunning, clever, strong. And there's also frost giants with them that are very good too. Not as big. Cloud giants are huge. Bigger than the buildings of cities. Some of them, other buildings are bigger.
Okay, so when those were hill giants we just faced, yes?
Yes, they are the lowest in the ordning.
Those are the ones that could eat us.
Well, I mean, a lot can eat you. I mean, technically, all of them can eat you. Some just choose not to eat. Although there are some cloud giants and frost giants too that are not nearly as kind as the older developed ones. That would probably eat you and then keep your bones to pick the flesh out of their mouths.
Good. Right,
But not the older developed ones. They do not.
well, I go from one place of things that'll lead me to another, be it werewolf, vampire, or now giant. Same old story, I guess.
Dragons.
It's a cruel world.
With friends such as these, I guess trouble comes to find us.
So we're descending this youthful staircase.
You are indeed.
Yes.
Yep. I will tell you what happens at the bottom whenever you're ready to reach the bottom. It's narratively long.
There are other things that don't quite eat you yet. Do you remember when Asir fell into that snake lady in that temple of Didarius? And he thought she was beautiful, but then
Fell into the snake lady.
Ooh, Stump hooked us up with another one of these boys. Thank you, Stump.
Thank you, Stomp. He walked in. He said later that he thought she was beautiful, but she had a big snake body. She wrapped around him and crushed him to death. But Andal brought him back.
Isn't it funny the things that we laugh about now?
They are funnier now.
Bone Grinder's still not funny. But that's a story for another time.
We can listen to it now. What is a bone grinder? Is it a monster?
I have a bone grinder in my laboratory.
I don't think this one is quite the same. Bone Grinder was an old windmill that housed these hags, these ancient dark magic hags that were kidnapping children and making them into pies. to feed to the people who got addicted to these pies.
That's awful.
That is one of the most violent things I have ever heard in my entire life.
That about sums up my trip to Barovia. There was no happiness at all. There wasn't even a sun.
How can a place have anything grow without a sun?
Not much grew.
And what of it now? You say that you defeated the Lord of Barovia.
Well, I helped, yes, but it was mostly Esme who dealt the final blow. When we left, there seemed to be sun rising, but I believe we weren't willing to stay much longer in Barovia. We left it in the hands of I believe good people, mostly the church and Father Lucian in Valaki.
Father Lucian, what was the...
The Church of the Morning Lord
Oh,
is their god over there.
what I know, Morning Lord, is that...
You could surmise that that's Lathander.
Okay.
You never specifically heard the term Lathander.
No, it just...
I didn't know if it was like native to Barovia.
You don't know for sure, but that would imply in this realm that would be Lathander.
Okay.
But those, the hags were very powerful magical beings, and maybe my party wasn't quite ready to face them yet. I don't know, we did seem to fall for their trap. And we all made it out, though, so...
Seems like a terrible place. Nithwis, we should look into this when we return from this. I've never heard of Barovia. Is it in any of your maps?
I have never heard of Barovia. However, we did send a party to investigate it, and
The Mists?
we just talked about this an hour ago. They all perished.
Oh.
They're all mostly dead,
It
yes.
seems like weeks ago we've discussed this.
Much has happened.
However, if you say that this being of power, Strahd, is defeated, then it might be a little bit safer to send a party out. Less death on my hands.
Will they even get there?
There are ways to...
Who was the powerful mage that helped you get back?
Well, he goes by a couple. One is the Mad Mage, the other is, Mordekainen?
Nithbis certainly knows who Mordenkainen is. You can decide if you would have studied
I know,
arcane
she's like
knowledge.
my homegirl. Of course we know who Mordenkainen
Okay.
is.
Yeah, you guys both have Mordenkainen's like fold-out poster on,
Yeah.
on your bedroom wall.
We have matching Mordenkainen tattoos.
Good night, Mordenkainen.
But he helped us come home, yes. The other ways you can get there, by finding a Veshtani to take you through the mists.
What is a Vishtani? Is it a beast of some kind? I have never heard of it.
It is a type of creature. They look very similar to, well, I don't want to say you and me, but to me. They look like they could blend in with a human or elf or half-elf society very easy.
Or they are like humanoid.
Yeah, that is a good word for it.
Do you recall that disruptive camp of travelers?
The partiers.
Yes.
Yes.
They had the good wine.
Those are the Vishtani.
Yes.
There's a lot of good wine in Barovia.
They were in Golden Leaf. I guess when this all started for you. However you got there. We will look into this when we return. Let's continue.
We have a task at hand.
Let's continue this for now.
And with that, moments later, the narratively long staircase opens into a loud tunnel. You first hear the noise about 100 feet up, a low roar, and as you get closer and closer, it's unmistakably the sound of a roaring waterfall. And so you open into this cavern, and you can see this swirling pool with rapidly flowing water coming and just swirling around this kind of pond. And looking up to the north there, if you can see, that's kind of where the source of the waterfall is. Sean, if you can help me out here, go ahead and move your character sheet over, just so we can, since that's all area. And you can move you guys right in there into the open.
Oh, into the open part.
Yep.
Why don't you give me Waylon because he's on.
All right. So this is what you see. You all see some strange things, first of all. Over here, the cavern goes on. You can pull that back just a hair. You can see that it hooks, and you can't quite see what's beyond. To the north there, the path goes off into darkness. You can just faintly make out the sound, and you can see the spray from this pouring waterfall. You also see a potentially leather, could be skin of some kind, curtain stretched across that cave, and you can faintly hear music. Sounds like very primitive drums and panpipes of some kind, just like a
What color is the leather?
dark brown.
Dark brown.
Yep.
Okay.
Certainly looks like it's aged. Probably cleaned very poorly.
Does it smell?
Do you want to go up and sniff it?
You're
50 feet away, so you don't get a... The general atmosphere, this smells like water. It smells like sea spray. It's not necessarily salty, but it smells like moisture in the air and cave water.
Got it.
It's quite chilly, in fact. The water is pretty cold, and you can see it's flowing quite rapidly over there.
It's good because I was imagining it being humid.
Yeah, it's not terribly humid. It feels pretty good.
Which way should we go, Specia Andlat?
Well, we should go towards the music, in my opinion.
Best to investigate where live beings may be,
Yes.
rather than leave them behind us.
Don't let them investigate us first.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense to me. Which way are we hearing the music? Any direction, or is it just kind of...
From where the curtain
Oh,
is.
from where the curtain... I'm sorry, I thought
What
it
kind
was
of music? Does it
the
sound...
drums and pipes.
Yeah, very primitive, drums and kind of upbeat pipes.
Sorry, you did say that.
You could almost dance to it.
I won't.
It's kind of like... something like that. I just made that up. But that's the ditty. Exactly, to a T.
Go ahead and copyright that now.
Yeah, I will.
Andrew, get on it, man. Come on.
Yeah, go right up to it, I think. Just move the curtain.
All right. Go ahead and lift that up. And then, okay, if you want to readjust the battle cam.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Oh man, now I have that little ditty stuck in my head.
Right?
I can't whistle
That's
very
a pretty
good.
good ditty.
I can't whistle. Thanks. I was trying to beat myself, but my sweatpants were pulled up too far.
That, what? I don't need follow-up. I don't need follow-up. Can you spread those guys out around that fire like they're dancing?
Like they're dancing?
Yes.
Like if their sweatpants weren't too high, they can just beat
They're
it.
basically behaving like their sweatpants are at a normal height, not too high. I gotta get this chair out of here. I'm not a sitting idiot.
I'm not ashamed of what I've said.
These are for sharing.
Own that.
Yes. Two
All
for
right,
me, two for you.
you all grab this curtain and pull it aside and just sort of stop as you see a clan of lizard folk, and they're just and they're dancing around this fire, and they look like they're having a great time. And you can see one that seems to be in charge. He's got a big knobbly staff, and he's got a headdress on that's feathers of all different sizes and colors. Like, it doesn't look like it's well made. It's like maybe there's some chicken feathers, and oh, there's a condor feather. Like, it's a mess. And he's sort of closing his eyes. He's got his tongue kind of hanging out, and they're drinking from wine skins.
And then are any of them doing the orb dance at festivals?
Oh yeah, one of them, you gotta pass it. And they have snouts, so they're adding their snout to it, like.
How are they whistling with those snouts?
Do they,
They're not. They're pipes.
do they have any fashioned like wooden hoops?
Sure, why not?
They're just
But they're like-
fucking-
So they can hoop it,
tricks?
and they've got tails, so they're doing it on their tail. Anyways, as you all peel this aside and you're staring at them, the music like does the slow stop, like, and like people are still kind of like, oh shit.
I would.
They all kind of perk up and look at each other, and a couple of them grab clubs and rusty short swords, And the leader with the headdress sort of steps forward, and he's like, "What is this? We were told we could be left alone tonight. It is our festival.
Who told you?
Shouldn't you know? Who are you here with?
Ourselves.
Does Gar know of your presence?
Of course.
We were told we'd be left alone."
Have you never heard of us?
He looks at one of the other ones. There's like one that kind of looks like a shaman. It's got like this scrimshod up staff. He's like, "Of course we have."
Good. It'd be a shame to know that the name of the Moonwalkers has disappeared.
He's like, "Yes, the Moonwalkers," and the shaman's like, "Yes."
As you were, we won't keep you from your festivities.
They kind of look at each other like, "These dances are sacred to our people, passed down from generations. You would not look upon them, but if you can provide some of your own music, perhaps we could put some dance to the rhythm."
Absolutely.
I will sing a beautiful Elvish song to them.
Okay, make a performance check.
All right.
I've got my horn.
I will.
I got a panpipe. Beautiful.
I will sing the hymn of Annalore.
Okay.
And as she does that,
Oh, Katong, thank you for the sub. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to turn into a bird and like whistle a tune so beautiful behind her to like harmonize with
All right,
her.
go ahead. You can either roll with advantage, or the two of you can roll. Your choice.
I already rolled pretty good, but I'll see if I do better. Oh
Okay.
yeah, one
All
better.
right.
So
You stand there, fold your hands, sing a beautiful Elvish tune. The two of you are moved. In fact, Wayland, as you hear it, you think back to your home. And though you don't really miss it, there are those elements, those pangs of nostalgia, the open fields as you're training to ride, and you're just standing there like, steel yourself a little bit. Kothai crying. Yeah.
Wait, what's the tune
I mean,
of your
the like
song?
the joyous, like the smile, but it's just
So you finish the song. In that time, the lizard folk don't dance at all. Some of them are kind of nervously glancing at each other, and the lizard king is like, "Were we supposed to dance, or?" And he kind of nods at everybody, and they're like, "Yes, good." To them, the most moving piece you could have ever possibly performed. To them, they're like, is this how this party's going now? Like,
I mean,
We came to Cave'Chella. We paid a lot for these tickets.
and an opera singer showed up. They're like, sorry, I got all this neon and I'm on so much X right now. I
The
wasn't
one dude is
expecting-
like, he's trying to do the orb, but he's like, I can't. I just can't.
I guess like Wayland and I can try, and I'll bring out the horn of Oldeveld. I think the panpipe and try to.
Yeah, we'll try like some like tavern song or something.
Alright, Kothai is like, burr, 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 burr. Why don't you two make a performance
I think
check?
that I will be kind of like
A little bummed. Yeah.
stand off it. Like I'm not bummed. Like I'm like you don't know fun things.
I got. I got a 0. He got a 3.
You guys like your panpipe is broken and like partially out of tune. So like,
Like when the ice cream truck's singing broken and it's just out you like.
it's absolutely horrendous. It's horrendous.
Y'all
In
knew what I
fact-
was talking
yeah,
about.
I do. Oh, I
But they like it, don't they?
No, they hate it. In fact, as you're doing it, like some of them are again like trying to get back into it, and you feel a hand on each of your shoulders as Innes is like, shut it down. and you guys kind of stop, and he kind of looks and he's like, in light of this cultural exchange, leave music to us. And he looks over and you can see they've got some drums, with skin stretched over them, and it doesn't take any pumping. They're like, all right, finally. And you just boom, and it's quite an upbeat little ditty that they start playing, and they kind of all start dancing, but they're kind of looking at you all fairly warily.
I would dance.
All right.
I'll try to like take Kothai and do like a waltz with him, but like I'm
Okay.
probably a way better like trained dancer.
All right. Go ahead.
I'm a bird right now, so I'm.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
You're birding out, doing the.
Like lifting your little talons.
Like you land on his on the shaman's staff, and he's just kind of like dancing to it. Okay, why don't the two of you go ahead and roll performance if you're dancing? What is Waylon doing? Shimmermane is pacing. He's like, I'm done.
Okay, well I'm amazing at waltzing.
I'm a 5.
Yeah, you're stepping all over my toes.
right.
They're broken now.
Yeah,
Probably too worried about stepping on your toes. And I'm just
This
he's
is
just
performance.
he's just kind of.
Let me do my little.
Okay, go ahead.
Your bird dance is terrible.
Yeah, your bird dance is terrible. Fortunately,
That was a 6.
you're a bird, so no one knows better.
I'd be like, perhaps Wayland is more your size and can dance with you.
I think Waylon would give it a try, and he'd kind of like whisper to Shimmy, just a second.
Shimmermane's like, and she's pacing at the entrance and kind of pokes her head past the leather out back in the way you came. And she tries to sit, but like her talons are almost like doing the.
Can I communicate to her in bird language?
I think
Does she speak Arm?
It's the front of it's the back of a horse with the front of an eagle. So
I think you'd have to do something more magical.
yeah.
I think she's actually they're actually pretty stupid. So
Not
they don't,
Shimmermane.
yeah, not Shimmermane, but I think you'd have to use like speak with animals or something, which you probably have.
But I'm in bird form.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I'm just gonna fly over to her and start preening her head.
all right. You can tell she's kind of like, but then she's kind of like, all right, yeah, I'll allow that. You're kind of like you find some bugs in her feathers and you eat them. Were you gonna dance?
I
as well?
think he was gonna like try seeing it.
Can I keep my
Thank you, Miss Misery.
Can I keep my 16?
It was in the preening that
Yeah,
they
that's
did.
right.
Are you
Yeah.
like
Miss
passing?
Misery loves preening. Yeah, you
Into
keep
a
that.
Are you
waltz?
passing her
Yeah.
off to me? Like
Wait,
Oh,
wait.
Dance
no,
style?
he's gonna step away and just and
roll,
say
roll
that.
for your waltz.
Like a waltz check, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. all
In
right.
fact, he is a young lord.
Oh yeah, you are young.
He's a young lord, and he's sort of like, all right. It comes back to him. He does the.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
funny because like I feel like Ennis is still kind of a snob, and she doesn't like realize that she's a snob sometimes. Like she's trying to have fun with like lizard folk, and she's like, "Let us waltz,"
But in fact, he waltzes well, and you take notice of it.
and
I
I'm
mean,
pleased because
'cause if
I
you
have not
recall, his
waltzed.
armor is in terrible shape. You haven't really had time to clean it all up.
He looks like a scrub.
you probably
Yeah.
don't look like a young lord at this moment, but
Yeah.
that's probably
the
when
disheveled knight is the look that
Yeah.
Waylon
the
is
disheveled knight. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
a
I
good
guess-
nickname.
Yeah.
Like
I guess
Shovel Knight.
now I would know a little bit more about him.
Yeah,
at
you
least.
certainly do. And he dances well. The lizard folk are drinking wine. They're still looking at you all pretty warily, but as you know, the minutes go on, they warm up a little bit. They do some weird like lizard rituals. Like they come up to like,
Oh, if there's weird rituals, cut that down.
like they're doing things like banging snouts with each other. They can like hit the snout and like.
Oh no! It's gone.
They'll whap snouts together and then stick their tongues in each other's ears and back. Just weird lizard rituals.
I'm good.
There goes every follower we've ever had. All right,
All those people that were like,
Unsubscribe.
these Poe adventurers are incredible actors, and they're like, oh, fucking lizard rituals.
But these are the
Oh,
lizard folk like in
Yeah.
their most private. This is what they do.
So I would try to take the head one aside, and
Okay.
can I?
Yes.
I'll wait
Were
for
you
us.
gonna do so? So you're trying to get into all these weird rituals.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh, okay, oh, we're doing this thing, like hitting your cheek against.
I'm imagining that he's like frequently like playing with animals, and he's from a tribe, which
Yeah.
is, I think,
Closer to
closer
This
to
societally,
Like,
yeah.
be like, oh yeah, we gotta push each other a little bit now.
right. You know the feats of strength are probably coming. Okay, go ahead, Innes. You pull the leader aside. And he looks a little reluctant to do it. Like, you can tell that he's just like, this elf, like, with her creepy song. He's like, yes.
What are your festivities about today?
He says, this is honoring the All-Mother who founded our tribe so many moons ago. We are much smaller than we once were, but we are treated well by the cult.
That's lovely. I'll say prayer to the All-Mother tonight.
He's like, I don't think she's ever had an elf pray to her, but maybe she'll be okay with it. Forgive me, yes, that would be acceptable.
We should probably go.
Well, it has been fun to dance with you, but we have to go. We have business.
They kind of stop, and the musicians kind of drop into a low, like, and he stands forward and he says, "Then go with Draxa's blessing. Nice to meet you, new friends." And he bangs a snout against your head, Kothai.
Kothai will go back in.
Okay, and with that, they kind of keep dancing, and you guys leave.
Well,
That was the
Is that how you expected that to go?
that was unexpected, and I liked it.
And a delight.
That is.
What a treat.
That was a real treat. A lizard folk treat right there.
Should I pull these guys off for now?
Yeah, that's fine. We pull them off, but the combat's not gonna happen.
Should we just
today.
go ahead and take 17 or what?
Everybody levels up. No problem.
Not every encounter has to end with blood.
Achievement unlocked. Footloose.
Achievement unlocked. Snout loose. Okay. Well, we do have fun here at the castle, don't we, folks? You all come back out into that chamber, and Shimmermane looks pissed. Like, her body language is basically like, "Are you guys done?" Like, she's pacing, and like her wings like fold out and fold back in, and she makes a couple. And she goes over towards the water to take a sip.
Shimmermane, I would not drink that, friend.
She kind of
Throw it in my mouth.
like doesn't want to hear it from you. Dips down, takes a sip, lifts her head up, and straight up abyss style, you see a thing like, and she's just like, her wings kind of flap out. Let's go ahead and have everybody roll with it.
I
Okay.
can find a bird on here. All I can find is eagle.
Yeah, I'll just use the eagle stats.
So, are we Shimmermane here? I'm just trying to figure out
Yep, that's exactly the way I imagined
for
it.
the camera.
Okay. Let's get ready.
Orange is so good.
I don't know, right? So hunky. Heavenly.
Did not, in fact.
I might have
waltz on
already
top
clipped
of
the snout
Shimmermane.
banging.
Perfect.
Yeah, the snout banging was not a thing I expected. Okay. And okay. All right. So going around the table, are you still a bird? Well, if you're a bird, I'm a bird.
Oh, I was just going there.
I hate that movie. All right.
What movie?
The Notebook.
Oh.
Nithbus, what's your initiative?
7.
Nice. Really bad. Okay. And Innes, how about you?
19.
Pretty good. Kothai?
15.
Wayland?
12.
And finally, down here at the bottom, here is what you all see, and Sean, I'll let you then reconfigure the camera. I'm just gonna come around this absolutely brick wall.
Dude, watch your back, man. That's how you get
Scrape
hurt.
the bricks. You see this almost serpent-like figure peek up out of the water, and back here you see larger forms taking shape as the water boils around them. And you just see these large humanoid creatures, water moving throughout them as they grow limbs, make almost no sound other than water rippling quite violently. And with that, Innes, it is your turn, Malia.
Okay. I think right off the bat, I am going to go ahead and hit one of the big ones in the back
Okay.
with a guiding bolt.
Okay. Which one?
Oh, Lefty Lucy.
Okay. Got it.
Have to
Okay.
go home.
My spell to hit these days
It's
is
pretty high.
it is pretty high. It's plus 10, so that's a 17.
That is definitely a hit, yes.
Cool. So this is radiant damage.
Okay. Pretty good roll. 18 damage. 19 because of your holy symbol.
That is
Right off the bat, Innes is ready for it. Raises a hand, a bolt of white light slams into this creature, and you see as water around it evaporates and steams off of it, you see a face kind of appear in its torso and move up towards the top, and it's just like, and the face kind of recedes back into the water. Kothai.
Okay. Well, Kothai will head right up here to swing on this little thing. I will attack recklessly.
Okay, nice.
I think that's a definite hit with a 13.
So that's a body of water right there.
Yes, it is.
Sorry, one moment. That is 18 damage.
Okay. Seems pretty good.
We'll attack again. Oh!
Right off the bat.
So there.
Great.
God, I love a Kothai crit.
There is double that, and then plus, I think, 3 more for my brutal critical.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me actually just confirm that.
Yeah.
Because it rarely comes up here.
Crit confirmed.
Yeah.
Crit confirmed.
Okay. So that's 22, 24, 25. So that's 33, but I'm going to use Savage Attacker on that.
Okay.
That's 33. No, that's 35, excuse me.
35.
That's double tens there, I see.
Yep.
So let's see. It's 21. Oh, that's 31 plus. Yeah, that's 39 more damage, my dude.
Just like Abyss style, it kind of comes up like, makes this almost serpent-like face. Looks like it's ready to apply some force. You just slash like right through the base, and it sort of pauses for a second, and just like water just splashes down on the ground, and it is completely destroyed. Fantastic.
Oh man, it's like a little finger buddy.
Yeah, you can have it as a finger buddy. Wayland, you're up.
Let's see. Shimmermane is going to hold action until mounted.
Okay. Yep. So she'll go after you. Got it.
I'm cool.
No, she'll be going first, but she's holding.
Oh, I see. I see what
Yeah.
you're saying. Got it.
So then Wayland will move and then kind of like leap onto Shimmermane's back.
Yeah, you just kind of run up her back, land right in the saddle.
And am I supposed to be adjacent to this snaky boy?
No, it is 10 feet away.
It's 10 feet away? Alright, well, then I guess upon Wayland mounting, Shimmermane has an action.
Yep.
And can that count as a move action?
If she dashes, that's her action.
Yes, so she will dash.
Cool.
So that is 120 feet. Or no, 80 feet of flying, so we'll go up 10, and then right over this boy right there.
Got it. If you would like to put her on a flying stand,
Whoa, cool.
show me where you wind up. Oh, yeah, of course. We got the much cooler one. We got Whaley Boy up there.
So we're gonna end up
Y'all making it difficult on the old camera up here.
just for you, my man.
Hey, you don't want to lose your job as key grip, okay?
Yeah, man.
So,
I'm coming for it. And then we are going to attack that little boy.
okay, got it.
What size is that creature?
It would be a medium. It's actually a large creature. Sorry.
Okay, so if I'm 10 feet up, trying to work out, would mounted combatant give me advantage there?
No.
Okay.
It's large. You have to. It has to
Yeah.
be medium.
That's
That's a definite hit. Yes.
So I'm just gonna roll my 3 attacks on it.
Those are all hits, yeah.
Yep, that's what I figure.
Y'all, high level.
Yes. And then, alright, so 12, 14, 18, 25 plus. There it is. Plus 27. So, yeah.
Shimmermane leaps in the air and with a "Ah!" you just take your spear. In fact, you flip it in your hand to hold it overhanded and just. And as you do, you see the lightning just tearing through the water. Steam comes out. You hear a high-pitched. And when the steam clears, it's completely gone.
So I get a finger one now.
Nithbis!
Put him over by the.
I'm going to bonus action drop my
Bird.
bird, and then I'm gonna go back to that wall as far as I can.
Okay.
Oh no, shoot, leave it actually
Okay.
where I was. I think that one's within 30. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. I'm going to attempt to cast Blight and have it make a con save.
All right. What does Blight do again?
Necromantic energy washes over a creature of your choice that you can see, draining moisture and vitality from it.
That's pretty solid. Yeah. Con save?
Yeah.
That would be a fail.
Cool. I'm gonna need some d8s.
How many do you need?
2,
Don't take his.
4, 5.
Mine roll fine.
I just need 2.
Yeah.
Everyone's a critic.
That's a lot of
That's
sixes.
a really good one. You need some help here?
Yeah.
15, 21, 27, 33, 39, 40, 48.
Tight.
48 damage.
More like 88. Oh, just kidding.
You raise your hand and the water starts coming off and it looks like it's flaking off. Like these droplets of water come off and turn to steam as they're sort of violently exploding out of this thing. And it's still making no sound other than the water sloshing. It's like writhing around and seems to be in pain, but you hear nothing other than the violent lapping of water. Speaking of which, it is their turn.
Time for them to violently lap.
They are commencing their violent lapping. Let's see. That closer one is going to walk. It's going to go around you, Kothai, so it doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity, and stand. It takes up four spaces. It's going to stand there, occupying the place where they are.
Oh, so we're inside of it now?
In fact, as you all are standing there, you see it. It's just sort of, and like the water's kind of dragging along it, and this wall of water just envelops you.
Are we drowning?
How high up is the wall of water?
It is 10 feet high.
How high up is the room?
Oh, it goes up about 35 feet. So it's not huge, but pretty high still.
I haven't hit my head yet.
Yeah. I need both of you to make me a strength saving throw, please.
Oh, that's my desk.
Wait, sorry. The wall of water is.
It's this
He has
thing.
entered
Top
your
of you.
space
Okay.
with you.
Giving you
So
a
I
big
need
ol'
both of you
I'm gonna
to
spend
roll
one.
me a strength saving throw.
Spending one.
That's not gonna do.
Here, throw me the spent ones.
I'll spin one.
I failed. I failed bad.
Spend them up.
No,
Yeah,
y'all
that's a
are.
no.
Y'all are.
Okay.
No for me, dog.
All right. Both of you, you will both take 19 points of damage. But what's worse, the water sort of passes over you, and you're like, oh, that's not so bad. And then the water constricts and forces the air out of your lungs, and you just can't help it, but you breathe in. And you all are both drowning right now.
And,
You're restrained and drowning.
Restrained and drowning.
Yep.
Am I able to Hellish Rebuke?
It's not really an attack. I think Hellish
Oh, it's not an
Rebuke is
attack?
about an attack.
One reaction which you take in response to being damaged.
Oh, then yes, you can. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Thanks for that clarification. You can indeed.
So, Dex save from Waterboy.
That's a fail.
He was a water boy.
What are these?
Stairs. The stairs we came in on.
Okay.
7.
Okay. You all see the two of them just kind of violently writhing within this thing, and you do see some flame sort of like spark up inside it and then turns to black smoke, which then exits out of the top of the water. That other one, Kothai, is going to come right towards you.
Do the same thing.
Nope, it is not going to try to whelm you. It, in fact, comes there. It whelms, not overwhelms, doesn't underwhelm, just whelms. It comes at you, and just with these fists of water, comes down to try to punch you.
Oh.
What's your armor class, my dude?
18.
That is 1 hit on you. You raged, right?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay. Then you will, sir, take 19 points of damage.
Okay.
Why are you rolling so good on this?
I'm rolling okay, huh?
Let's cast our magic on him.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of which, y'all cannot do verbal components of a spell right now because you are drowning.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, Innis, you are up.
Fey teleportation.
Okay, that
Right out of there.
doesn't have a verbal component,
That is in a feat. That is a feat for me.
but it lets you cast Misty Step, right?
Wait, you said we can't do somatic components?
Verbal.
Or verbal?
I don't know if Misty Step has verbal.
It does.
It does.
But does
yes.
it give me the Misty Step? Like,
It says,
Just
I
as-
believe it says you may cast Misty Step, right?
Okay. Alright, well, I won't do that then.
You're like, I'm good. Continuing to choke in the water.
How do I get out? Can I swim out?
You can make a strength check to try to swim out, yes.
Okay.
Is that what you would like to do?
Yes.
Great. Make strength check.
Alright. No. I ain't trying to drown.
I told you better.
9. Will that do?
You see her, and with her shield, she's just like trying to swim out. Her hand with her sword kind of pushes through the water, and it almost looks like it pulls her back in, and she's just trying to swim against it, making absolutely no progress. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Malia?
No.
Okay.
That's all.
Kothai.
Okay. I'm going to bonus action rage.
Yep.
I'm going to come over here. I'm going to take the attack.
Pardon me. It's those lizard pipes.
I'm not gonna bless
Rubbing
you.
snouts made me sneezy. You will take 13, so it becomes 6 points of damage.
All right. Can I
As you-
retort?
Yeah, I guess you can.
I forgot to last
A
time,
reaction
so I
to a
wanted
reaction. Yeah, that's a hit.
All right. Oh. All right.
Hey.
That's 4. Sorry. That's 20 damage.
Okay. Seems good.
And I took 6, right? Okay. Can I attempt to pull each one of them out with an attack?
You may indeed. Yep. You can roll a strength check.
Okay. Then here's. I'll try to. I guess Innis was kind of closer, so
Yeah.
I'll try to pull.
Oh yeah, you got it. Ennis, you're just like you can just feel the water in your lungs, and you're trying, and you see this shape through the water, and suddenly a hand grabs your breastplate and just rips you out of the water. You collapse to the ground. You're prone, and just you cough up some water. Go ahead and lie her prone one square away.
And then can I attempt to get Nithbis?
Sure can.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. And Nithbis, you're sort of starting to float in the water too. You know, trying to swim against it, like trying to process what to do. As long as water fills your lungs, same thing. You just see a hand kind of grab you. In fact, grabs your tail first, pulls you out, and gently lays you on the ground as you also start sputtering and coughing up water. Wayland. Shimmerman is first. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna fly this way. Can I fly over them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna be over.
Just
top
put
of-
yourself
Yeah.
on the other side. So yeah,
okay.
that works. Yeah, whatever.
We'll just go this way. And we're gonna attack. So Shimmermane first.
She comes flying by, talons out.
Beak. Yeah, that's a 23, and Claws is a 12.
The beak is a hit.
Okay. 1d10 plus 3. So 8 damage.
Okay.
And then Wayland himself is going to.
Go ahead and roll all 3 attacks
Yeah.
if you want.
So 16, 27, and a dirty 20, my man.
Okay, those are all hits.
Alright. Good. Let's see, so 10, 20, 22 plus 27.
All right, my dude. Similar to the other one, you swoop around, and Shimmermane, she lets out a sound that almost sounds joyous. Like she's like, ah! And you kind of swoop around, and she dives into the water with talons, just rending at it. She's like biting at it, and like just throwing her beak against the water, sending like water splashing out each side. At the same time, like you wait till her beak goes that way and stab, beak goes that way and stab, and this thing just sort of, and it suddenly just like loses all its form, like just a puddle dropping on the ground. Nethbis?
I'm gonna use my whatever to get up.
Yep.
And hey, that weapon in its hand, is that an actual weapon?
No, that's amorphous water.
So what's it using to
Like it forms a fist and punches.
has I noticed that one has a dominant hand it likes to use to punch?
Doesn't seem to be. It punched with both. In fact, they don't really seem to be all that humanoid. They seem to take on the form
come out from the
Does
chest.
it seem to have a head?
It seems pretty amorphous, really.
Okay. Well, that changes what I was gonna do. But, I'm going to cast Water Walk.
What's that do?
It allows every one of my friends and I to walk across water as it is a solid surface.
Okay, I like that. I love it.
And if a target or creature is submerged in liquid, spell carries target to the surface of the liquid at a rate of 60 feet per round.
Awesome. And as you cast that, this creature walks forward, stands on you, and you start to feel the same like water tightening around you, and you all bob to the surface and are kind of standing on it. And it's like, what? And with that, on the top of the initiative, all of you combine to attack this thing mercilessly and leave it as a puddle on the ground. It's 8:30. We're going to take our first break. We'll be back in 10 minutes. We hope you guys will stick with us as we continue to explore the Fane of the Eye. Got some cool stuff coming up. Be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for sticking out. Sorry that went a little long. We've got a little kid back from a week-long vacation with Grandma and Grandpa. She's a little partied out, man. Just like,
She just hit me with the up, high, down, low, too slow.
oh, she got you?
Yeah.
She's good. She's nowhere near bedtime
It's
right now.
8:30 and
I
she
know.
should be winding
She's
down.
wired.
And
She's amped. She's like, yeah, but Dad, you trying to like play a game like it's like what, past your bedtime? No.
yeah.
Okay, so let's see. We're back from break. This is when we typically take care of just a little bit of housekeeping. Soon we plan to record a video to condense all this over the break, but for right now, I will remind everyone, in particular our new viewers tonight, a couple of things. Number one, the bits. We do something called Divine Inspiration. Every 500 bits gives the players a Divine Inspiration die. This die can be used to reroll any one roll of theirs or to force me to reroll. We also give these out with the month sub. So that's one way you guys can support us, and we certainly appreciate everyone being generous in that way.
For real.
What else we got going on? We've got the YouTube. If you guys want to go watch the YouTube, I'm definitely
YouTube?
I'm young and hip, and I check out the YouTube.
We put these videos on the line.
Yeah, we post them on the line. You can go and you can check out the post stream from last night. I uploaded it earlier today. It was a absolute blast. We had such a good time. It's gonna be loud at first because it's summer in Virginia, but the cicadas chill after 20 minutes. They
took
stop.
them out.
Yeah, one by one, Coach took them out. We have got a Discord that's quite hot, and the link is right down below. We would love for you guys to hop in and come hang out with us. What am I missing, guys? What else we got? We got so
Bandcamp.
much.
We have our very
Yes.
own Castle Mac Bandcamp, and then all of the music on there is composed by our very own Castle Mac Andrew.
Yup.
Bandcamp, Discord, merch.
Oh yeah, we got some
And is it
merch.
still
Yep.
discounted with Lunchbox?
I don't. I don't think so.
24-hour
But discounts come up all the time. So follow us on Twitter. Our handles are right here. We will post when our shirts go on sale. We've got a couple of awesome shirts. They're actually, I really like them. They're very
Yeah.
comfortable.
Yeah.
The tanks
printing's
are great.
awesome.
They've
Yeah.
got like the unfinished borders with
Yeah.
them.
We might have
Yeah,
to
we
get y'all's
vouch for
tanks.
these.
I'm about
Vouch for the tanks. I can vouch for the dudes.
Let's see. Oh yeah, subs.
Please.
Doing that
If
sub
you-
thing
If
to
you
get
have
that package.
Amazon
That's
Prime, my guys, you guys can get a free subscription for a month. It doesn't re-up itself automatically, so you just have to keep pressing that sub button. But
That is
We
true.
are
You gotta
all
mash that
so
sub button.
tired.
I know.
I know.
Guys, we're wrecked. Last night was wild. My brain is running at about half
We're
speed.
like,
I'm like, let's see, what do we? We roll the D20. The D20, right? Yeah, D20.
So we do have some new subscribers after last night, and if any of you are watching, we do a subscriber giveaway at the first Sunday of each month. We'll do a drawing. In order to be entered in that drawing, you do have to be in our Discord. You don't necessarily have to participate. You just have to be there and link
Right.
your Twitch account to your Discord account so you can be
Right.
entered in the drawing. That's literally all you have to do. If you win that drawing, I will pick a fun little gift out for you and I will mail it to you myself. I'll put in some cards and I won't glitter bomb you, but there will be fun stuff. Zombie Night was our first winner, and
promises.
your package is on its way and it's tight, and I'm really proud.
it was cool.
oh, I just got that seal in. Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah,
have a cool
just in
wax
time,
seal.
yeah.
We got in the Castle Max seal.
that's where mine went.
No, mine
Of course it did, you aquatic.
My mind went to Kissed by a Rose. I was trying to like, how
Could we get Seal here to play a game now?
Wait, while we were in Portland, we went to a graveyard, and on a stone, on a headstone, was.
Yeah. Kiss from a Rose.
Nice.
Yeah, it was.
So if any of you die, that will go on your headstone.
Perfect.
I'm about
That's
that.
all. That's it. That's it. That's all I gotta say about that.
A quick. So, for anybody new potentially joining us, the rest of you know, we were off for a week, so I know it got a little wacky. Sundays, as we're doing right now.
Yep.
And Tuesdays. So Sundays you got some huge campaigns, some Wizards of the Coast stuff, DM'd by Steven, of course, with all of us. I DM Tuesdays for a brand new quest, Chronicles of Peril, that hopefully we're getting in a lot of different adventure writers, and we're going to be doing all sorts of little stuff with Steven,
awesome.
Lydia, and Andrew, who we've mentioned playing. We've got some other stuff that may be coming up to the schedule here in the next few months.
We do.
The schedule.
So yeah,
The schedule
join the
is
Discord
open.
and
Yeah.
follow us on Twitter, and we'll let you know.
Yeah, for sure.
All right,
Sure.
we'll get right on back to the finale of Princess of the Apocalypse. I'm gonna fight through the fog in my brain right now so I can collapse right when
Fog
we're
cloud.
done.
If you want a hug,
Hey, just so you all know, that water walk is not concentration and lasts for an hour.
Sweet. Y'all can just walk right across any of the water.
I mean, that's nice, but
Hey, it might come up. There's water down here. You hear it echoing all over inside the cavern. Alrighty. Let's see. Where would you all like to go where I won't suggest anything?
I would like to go this way, pointing this way.
Cool. Fantastic. All right. As you walk that way, I've condensed the path a little bit. It's a little bit longer, so the sight lines make more sense. Go ahead and we can clear this up.
is that good? You want us to
Yeah, that's good.
do that? Let's make this.
All right. This is a strange room. It's very smooth. The walls they don't look like the rest of the cavern. They look like they've almost been polished. Very
From water?
bizarre. Could be, but they're like almost mirror smooth. It's almost like a granite countertop, right? If you're in stone, it's almost like it's that level of finished, kind of all around. You can't quite see reflections, but any light sources you have, I think your sword maybe is flaming, do kind of glint and reflect a little bit. And the floor is equally very clean and very smooth.
Is it slippery?
Not terribly slippery, but it is like it looks like after they've done the big waxing machine in a big school or something. You know what I'm talking about?
Getting ready for prom?
Yeah,
Gym
basically,
ready?
yeah. This room looks like it's ready for cultist
Then
prom.
Zamboni.
I mean, without
Yeah, it's Zamboni. That's what they are.
Without
wait,
the-
that's the ice thing.
Yeah.
isn't
the
it?
glass nature, is it kind of like obsidian, where you
Yeah.
would imagine that? But I mean, obviously not.
Right. It's
super
kind of
glassy.
a dark gray. Just looks incredibly clean.
Is it made of metal?
No, it's not made of metal. Not today.
One day I want a whole
today.
metal room.
You'll get it.
Please.
I promise. I'm gonna give you an all metal boss.
Like before I'm not playing this character
Yeah,
anymore.
an all metal boss.
An
is definitely
all-metal
coming.
boss in a thunderstorm.
Yeah. Just for
With a
Nithis.
300-foot high ceiling.
Just for Nithis, yeah.
Love it.
All right. So you all enter this room and you see two passageways leading away. Are you flying, Shimmermane, or is she glancing along the ground?
She is walking on the ground
Okay.
at this point, but I'm still mounted to her.
Okay.
I say we keep pressing this way, and then we can go that way if we need to.
Wait. I'm gonna listen for water.
You hear the water back there, still quite loudly. You don't hear any water ahead of you, it
Okay.
seems like.
Alright.
Yeah.
They did say Ga when we talked to the lizard people. That was the water one, right?
Yes.
Shatterkeel,
Ga
from what we
Shatterkeel.
discussed earlier.
Then it would stand to reason after the water elementals and here in Ga that the water prophet will be here.
It's a fair assumption, Kothai. I think we should make sure to clear everything away from the water first and then bring the water up at the end.
What?
I don't understand what you mean.
We just saw water elementals, yes?
Mm-hmm.
We beat them fairly handily. I think we should make sure to take care of everything else away from the water before finally encountering the water again, if that
True.
is where it leads us. We know-
Fortunately, we should all be able to walk on water for the next hour. I don't know how long we'll be in here, but could come in handy so that neither of us are drowned again.
That's true. My feet feel quite strange from your spell. Like I'm standing in a stream and it's going through my toes.
An astute observation, Kothai. What seemed to be the best defense against that water? It seemed I couldn't tell as if my fire was doing much.
They seemed to perish before this spear fairly easily, but whether the electricity from the spear was making any difference, I cannot say.
All of our weapons are magic.
I think that we are well equipped between spells and weapons.
Probably not fire, though, because water puts out fire.
Yes.
That is how you douse a campfire.
Let's keep going.
Let's go.
As you start walking that way,
Yeah.
something very strange happens.
Oh,
All of a sudden, Kothai, big as he is, just disappears. Just drops. And you look, you see polished stone floor, but no Kothai. Conversely, Kothai, you feel yourself slide down a tube that's like a water slide slide.
Yeah.
It goes about 20 feet before you're sort of dumped into this room that's similarly polished. It's very small. It's maybe 10 by 10. And you see a woman in one corner, kind of hunched up. She's in rags. And she looks up at you and she's like, "Oh, have you come to help me?"
Yes, I think so. Unless are you with the water cult or another cult?
She's like, "I am, but surely you can have pity on me. I was poor, I was destitute, I had nothing else to do. I had nowhere else to go, and they gave me shelter when I needed it." Cut back to you guys really quickly. You're just kind of like, "What the hell? Where is
Can we see the
where is
hole that he
Kothai?"
fell down?
You don't, in
Is it
fact.
just like a trapdoor?
What do you all do?
I don't even smell him anywhere. I'm gonna put my nose down to the ground and start trying to track his scent.
I'm just gonna like rub my hand on the ground and see if I can.
In fact, as you do and you sniff, you can sniff a hole. And you,
Sniffing a hole.
you,
Steven.
you slide your hand along the floor, and suddenly it gives, and you can see that it's an illusion. It's an illusory floor. I'm going to cut back to you. She kind of looks up at you and says, "Surely you can understand that. Can't you? Can't you?
I can understand.
Would you take pity and get me out of here, please?"
Yes, but no tricks.
She says, "Oh, no tricks, thank you." And she kind of comes forward and puts hands kind of on your large arms, and as she does, you have a vision. You're small again. You could feel the cold, stinging, biting wind around you, and a giant is lumbering over you, and he crouches down so that his head is only about 30 feet above you, and he says, "Do you think you can lift that, little one?" And there's a great stone before you, and you use all your strength, and you kind of pull it back, and you can feel the triumph, and then suddenly it's wiped clean. The memory's completely gone. You try to recall it, and it's completely gone. And she looks at you and says, "Is something the matter?" We'll cut back to you all right now. As you rub your hand on this opening, you're like, "What the hell?" You see lantern light coming from that tunnel right there. And an old man is like, "Oh, I've been lost in here for so long. Are you from the surface?" He looks to be human, but he's crouched so low with such a long beard.
Name yourself.
He says, "My name is Eldrin. I've been looking for my way out for so long. The winding stair, I can't find it, and it's ever so dangerous down here. Would you help an old man, please?"
I would help an old man, but do you think us foolish?
"I don't know you. But I am foolish. I am a poor old man who's been lost down here for so long."
So long that certainly you must have encountered cultists who reside down here, and you should
Oh,
know not to introduce
indeed
yourself
I
to
have.
strangers.
"Indeed I have, but you don't look like them. You seem more fair, and you've got an air about you." You can roll insight, and while you do that, I'm going to cut back to you.
That was probably enough.
She kind of recoils. She's like, "Is everything okay? Are you all right?"
Kothai is not that smart, but I think being touched and losing that memory, I don't think he's that dumb.
I think that's fair.
Not after everything you've.
I'm saying
Yeah.
he is at least well traveled at this point. He's seen magic. I think he will be like, raise the sword as she recoils.
She's like, why would you do that? I didn't. Why? I only need your help.
Like, you will stay on the other side. I had a fond memory of my childhood that is now gone from me.
She's like, oh, I wouldn't mean. I don't know what's wrong with me. Please, won't you help me?
That may be, but you won't touch me, I'm afraid.
It's like, that's fair. That's fair. Will you help me out of here?
There is no exit from the room with the exception of the slide.
That's right. At least that you see.
How would we get out of here?
I don't know. That's why I've been down here for so long, eating vermin. It's so terrible. And she kind of looks up at you just sullenly and just looks quite despicable. We'll cut back. How'd you do on your roll?
Oh no, that was like a 9.
Okay. I mean, you're definitely like, it is definitely strange, but nothing seems out of the ordinary beyond the surface level out of the ordinary, right? And he kind of walks closer to you all, and he's just like, that is a great bird. Have you ridden it long?
Long enough, yes. Why do you ask?
He says, I just wouldn't think one would be so accustomed to being down in these tunnels. And he brushes her feathers, and she kind of, she's not feeling it. She's not friendly right now. She's like, wow, and kind of backs away.
She has a little bit of a temper. I wouldn't recommend touching her again.
He's like, oh, forgive me, young lord.
Why did
I
you
didn't
come
mean
down
anything
here?
by it. Oh, prospecting, I was. I had a fruitful mind for some time, I did. In fact, quite profitable. Quite profitable indeed. All of my money now resides elsewhere, of course. Foolish old man came looking for more, never satisfied. I'm sure you understand.
You keep referring to yourself as an old man as though we can't see that for ourselves.
Oh, forgive me, I meant nothing by it. Would you forgive this traveler, his trespasses? I meant nothing by it.
Traveler, what was your name again?
Eldrin.
Eldrin.
Yes.
Eldrin, would you like to know something very interesting about my friend here?
He's like, oh, I suppose so.
Well, she has the ability to make people tell the truth. No matter how hard they try, they just seem to tell the truth. Now, I think it might be wise for you to, explain yourself a little bit better.
He says, oh,
Considering the circumstances, of course.
that is very interesting. Yes, I suppose I should come clean. We'll cut back to you. She's kind of recoiling.
Don't make me use my NS.
You stay there. I will not hurt you. If you do not hurt me, nor steal my memories, look around this room. I will call to my friends.
Spekir! Onlot! Wayland!
You hear a voice, and she says, there's no reason to do that. And you look, and you can see a Goliath standing there where she once was. In fact, it's the visage of your father. She says, now he says,
Nope.
there's no reason to call them, son. We can get out of this together. Just you and I.
Again. Kothe has seen a lot. In fact, he saw his father get killed.
Yes, he did.
I am typically very forgiving, but taking on the appearance of my fallen father, you have made me incredibly angry.
Says, forgive me, son. Perhaps you prefer someone else. And in front of you just... And it's Nithbis standing there. And she's like, she's the one who gives orders, isn't that the case? And she paces a little bit. We'll come back to y'all. He says, you're right, I've not been entirely truthful. But I have a surprise. I'm one you may recognize. In disguise. And he snaps his fingers, and Broderick is standing there. But there's something strange about the way he looks. It's almost like he looks the way you would imagine him to look. And he says...
We remember him being dead.
Yeah,
Okay.
dead.
He says, finally, friends, you've arrived to rescue me. I'm so pleased. Nithbis, it's so good to see you again.
Broderick, so
He
good to
puts
see
an
you
arm on
again.
your shoulder, and as he does, you remember climbing a tree. And you're a squirrel. And the tree seems ever so long, your claws gripping into the bark. You look down, there's another squirrel chasing you. It's Rorik. He's silver. He's got silver and white streaks in his fur, and you're having a joy. You run up, you hit a branch, you run, he's behind you, he starts squeaking at you. He's telling you to chill, he's telling you to be careful, and you're like, nah. And you run to the end of the branch and leap, land on another branch, look up at him, and as you do, the trees start disappearing, and it all dissipates. And
He ate my memory.
you cannot recall the memory again. Back down to you, sir.
I would like to roll initiative.
Yes, I thought that might be the case.
I would like to roll initiative.
Okay. Let's see. Why don't everyone roll initiative, but you guys aren't necessarily in combat yet, just to get that out of the way. I mean, for the old man, just to see. Just no reason. Okay. So, Nithbis. I saw that. Pretty good. 3. Let's see. Innes.
12.
Okay. Kothai.
14.
Wayland.
18.
Beautiful. All right, you guys again are not necessarily in combat yet. You don't know that Kothai is attacking. It's essentially like a surprise round. So I am going to.
Question.
Yep.
Did we, when Kothai shouted, did any of that drift up?
Yeah. You heard him just say. What was it that you said again?
our names.
I just called their names.
Yes.
Our
So we
giant
just kind of
names.
heard the echo of names. Cool.
Okay.
Nothing really.
So Kothai, it is in fact your turn.
I will attack recklessly.
Okay.
That is a hit. Oh, well, I'm assuming. 30.
Roll a d4 and subtract that from your roll.
Okay.
Okay. That is still a hit, sir.
Gotcha. Let's see. That was an 11, but I'm going to recklessly attack that because I'm sorry, savage attacker because
Okay.
I was pretty low. That's far better. That's 16 damage on that one. Just roll the d4 with these.
Yep. And subtract.
Okay. That is 28.
28 damage or 28 to hit?
28 to hit.
That seems like it hits. Yeah.
And that is 13 more. Like, I do not like whatever you are at all.
Nice. Innes, while I am considering you surprised, you do hear what sounds like, you hear a little,
Yeah.
just faintly, that's like, I do not like whatever you are, just kind of through the floor. And in fact,
Did I, what would I have seen when the old man touched?
not a thing. You don't see a thing. I mean, you kind of see her kind of blink, but that's it.
Kind of
Pretty imperceptible. Yep. Just reaches out, squeezes the shoulder.
But I definitely know that he looks like what he thinks that.
He looks like, I mean, you never met Broderick, and you're like, he looks like Broderick, but no.
Yes, she did.
Innes did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, in Waterdeep. Yeah. No, I don't think so.
Adara left.
Adara left, yeah.
Wait. Oh, Broderick. For some reason, I thought you were talking
Yeah.
about someone else.
Okay, so she stares at you as.
Shark. That's who I got confused
Yeah,
about.
gotcha. She looks at you as Nithbis morphs again into almost a vision of Beagle, or of Chorus, in fact, of Queen Chorus, but smaller. And she kind of looks at you and she's like, and as she's staring in your eyes, you see something red sweep around and try to strike at you that just came from like her side.
You get advantage.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I think you missed that last time around.
What's your armor class, my dude?
18.
Okay, that is a hit. And let me just do this real quick. Were you raging?
Nope.
Okay. Take 24 points of damage, and in fact, this like almost a jelly comes and just kind of slaps into you, and as it does, you get like a quick vision in your head of your youth. It just flashes so quickly, and you feel your brain almost like it's on fire. And before you can even think, another one just sort of strikes out at you. Oh, I guess it would be with advantage, eh? Uh, 18 more points of damage, and something similar. And now, sir, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Is it a spell?
No.
Got it.
Actually, hold on. I don't know if that... ability check or attack roll. I don't think that's the same as a saving throw.
That is an 18.
Okay. You do, in fact, as one of them hits, you kind of feel it connected, and you almost feel a shock as you can see yourself, as a child, you're running through some of the ice, you can feel the snow pushing against you, but you are able to retain the memory. This old man, staring at you, is like, oh, seems to cock ahead a little bit, and a pseudopod comes out and strikes at you. Nithbis, I will not make
What
you
is
be
a
surprised.
pseudopod?
It's kind of like a pod, kind of not.
Oh my god.
Okay, but what is it?
It's kind of like an arm. I'll show you a picture of what these things look like in just a second.
I almost lost it.
It strikes at you and you were ready for it. You're like, nah, man. Like you batted away with your tail. But you saw this red, almost jelly kind of shoot out from behind him and strike at you, and you just batted away. And another one comes out and flings towards you.
Is this thing a creature by chance?
It is a creature.
It has to roll at disadvantage to attack me.
What's that?
Any beast or creatures, it's like nature's word or my high level.
Oh, well, it's a creature, but it's not an animal. It's not a beast.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's a creature if it's alive, but it's not a beast. That's a
Gotcha.
Innes, you, in fact, feel like you were kind of like, oh, what's this guy doing? Oh, God! This pseudopod comes and strikes at you.
It's kind of a pod.
Shut it. Oh my
You
god.
take 19 points of damage as this, like, purple jelly connects with you, and you feel this like sharp shooting almost electricity through your nerves, and for a moment you can see yourself in your elven village, but it is Wayland who I need to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, good.
Off? Yeah.
Also, this thing is not by chance a plant creature, is it?
It's not a plant creature.
Hey, how's a 19 look?
19 looks pretty good. He kind of locks eyes with you momentarily, and you sort of feel like a strange connection, and you blink and shake it off. Nithbis, it is now your turn.
Cool. Guess what? Where's this thing at? Right next to me?
Yeah, in fact, just for ease, you're considered adjacent to yours. This one's right here, right in the middle of y'all.
So everything underneath us and around us is stone right now, right?
Certainly seems to be.
You know what's so great?
What's that?
That
can't
walk on water thing also applies to mud, and I'm turning 40-foot cube of this room into mud.
Excellent. Here's what happens. You tap your staff, turns to mud, and you start to hear a sucking sound. And you look down, and the mud is draining down a hole.
And remember that
Kothai?
it keeps us at the surface.
Yeah, you guys are good.
And
So are
him
you.
too.
Yeah. You see this mud just start pouring around you and starts kind of filling the bottom of the room. But yeah, you're magically kind of floating
And-
atop it. The other creatures like, what is
I
this?
get to do some damage too.
Cool.
Let me find it again. If you see, there it is. Okay, so this thing, it's gonna sink inside of the mud as it's going down. It needs to make a strength save. Actually, no damage, but it's just seeing if it's restrained.
Okay,
officially
gotcha.
in it.
It's as it slurps into the mud. It is good, actually. Well, what's your saving throw? What's the DC? 17?
18.
Okay, got an 18, so it's still good. The one down in the pit, actually, that's a little too far. I'm not going to make it. I'm going to let it roll with advantage down there since it's slurping down the it is not good. In fact, it's sort of... but the mud is going to be draining down that hole, so it's all going to wind up down there.
So it counts as, I think, difficult. Each foot that a creature moves within might cost 4 feet of movement. Any creature on the ground when you cast a spell must make a strength saving throw, which was that one. And it must make a save when it moves into the area for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there.
Got it. Cool. Sounds good. I'm going to have it all drain down the hole, but it
Yeah.
will affect the two of them down there. Although you're unaffected with Walk on Water. Is this concentration? Oh, the other one's not concentration.
The other one was not.
Got it. Okay, we are now to the top of the turn.
And this
Waylon,
one's not either.
you have seen some weird stuff going on here.
So Shimmermane is going to go first. And
Shimmerman will attack with a minus D4, please. She got some
minus
memories.
D4. Maybe of master. So she's
Tasty
listening to
memories.
it. So claws first. Yeah, that's a no.
That's a hard no.
And then beak. So it has a 3 plus 5.
That's a definite no right there.
Alright, we're gonna sub those dice out for a second. And then 3 spear boys on this fake Broderick. 15, 15, and 21.
The 21 hits.
Alright. Good. 4 plus 9. So 13 damage.
Okay. You strike out with it with the spear, and in fact, it's as you strike, it's almost like part of its mass shifts and pulled to the other side out of the way. It seems very liquid when it wants to be. Kothai.
Well, I guess, am I able to get into the slide?
Yeah, I think you could. It is kind of mud pouring down right now because it's a 40-foot cube, right? Of mud.
Yeah, an equal volume of thick flowing mud.
Yeah.
I
So in
guess
fact, I'm not even sure. Oh, I see. You're going to try
I'm
to
just gonna
torpedo
float,
up.
right? That's right. I'm trying to do a Gustus Gloop it and get caught and shoot out like a bullet in the chocolate river.
It does propel him upwards.
I wish I had something I could throw you that wouldn't hurt.
60 feet per second.
I mean,
I'm going to allow it. Yes.
I'm fine. I'm having trouble thinking about where the tube is.
I think you'll be able to next turn. Like right now, there's not enough surface area.
Gotcha. I
Next
think-
turn, you could torpedo up the mud tube.
My thought was
Torpedo up the mud tube. Smell the hole.
sniff the hole, torpedo up the mud tube.
Grab your snout on that.
Hasselmack is just completely like
We're broken.
We're unraveling.
Hell broke us.
So, well, I guess because that's my question is in the mud hole.
When it's in the mud hole.
I mean, me floating to the top won't exactly help if I'm on a ceiling. You know what I mean?
That's a
So I want to try to get into the tube as I'm floating.
Yeah, I think you could kind of push your back against scrape the top of the mud hole as you just kind of torpedo in at an angle.
So I'm gonna prepare for shooting up the mud hole. But
Why do people watch us, God? Oh man. Yes. You can prepare for launch.
can I take the dodge action as I'm a mud bullet?
You hold your sword in to form a solid giant mud plug. Oh, mud plugs. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been 48 hours of D&D. We have lost it. Oh my god. Oh my god.
This is why Red Vines doesn't like us.
Yeah. Some Red Vines executive is closing his laptop now.
Nope.
Still a no from us.
That's a no from us, dog.
Oh my god. Okay. Kothai is full mud plug. Innis, it is your turn.
What's it like being a mud plug, man?
He's fine with it.
Oh my god.
I'm lightheaded now.
Me too. I gotta wipe my eyes. I was crying a little bit there.
More for
I'm
mud,
very tired.
more for mud plugs than I did for Osprey dying.
Oh man. Innis, what you got?
Can I have
Follow
him
that.
make me a wisdom saving throw?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Thanks.
That's gonna be a fail from me, dog.
Cool. He's just gonna take a bunch of necrotic damage.
No.
Tasty.
So that's 22 on dice.
What's the spell lid?
Told it. I told it.
Oh yeah, told it. And
Told it.
how much was? What was the total? I missed it.
22 on the dice.
Okay, cool.
I don't know if there's any additives to it.
Okay. You in fact see something quite strange, Kothai.
Thank you for hearing that.
As you prepare to slide up the mud tube, you see this body just like the outer texture dissolves and it looks like a big gummy bear. Like it's a red sort of amorphous form that pulls back and you see a tendril shoot up and it also starts like worming its way up and it's quite long and just like slides past you up the tube, and you all see this red tube sort of slide up and reform into a body. And as it does, it looks like Kothai. You see Kothai sort of appear up there, and yeah, you see this like clear red jelly, and then Kothai sort of emerge up out of the mud. We're gonna call that its action, a disengage, so that it wouldn't get attacked by you. Meanwhile,
Did we see the red jelly bean turn into Kothai?
yeah, you did.
Okay, so we know that's not Kothai.
You know it is now. Okay, with that, it is not Broderick's turn. And not Broderick, well,
I'll just put Kothai here for the moment.
okay. Roll me a d6, Raven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's gonna be a 5.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Called it. That was spooky.
What
Shoot.
does it mean?
Freak.
You
a
see,
leash.
he kind of looks at you and raises a hand this time, and you see this red tendril, like the texture sort of dissolves as this red liquid, sort of spongy material slashes out at you, and you're like, nah, like bat it away with your shield. Roll me a d6. Keep the love going.
Here's a 4. No, it's a 3.
Oh.
Ennis. Oh, yeah, that's a hit.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay. So cocky.
Take 23 points of damage as you see. Similarly, he kind of looks at you, and this thing just kind of slides out at you, and again, kind of punctures in, and you feel this kind of jolt through your body. You're kind of like, ah! And as it happens, again, you like flash to a quick memory of you training. In fact, you're learning how to fire a bow. You're learning to fire the right form. And then I need Coach to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
16.
Ooh, whammy. Okay, let me get some dice.
That's good. I like this.
Yep.
Holy smokes!
What?
No. Pretty dice though. Shame we're not gonna count any of that damage.
Coach, you
Nope.
suddenly it locks eyes with you, and you're back in the courtyard, and you're training with your brother. The brother who took pity on you, and after no one was in the courtyard, would teach you your fighting techniques. He's fighting with his spear and showing you, no,
Ow.
the shield goes in front, and as he rears back with the shield, you see a black wall, a curtain, almost like rain coming, washes over you, and you feel your brain on fire. Just, ah! You drop to one knee and look at your spear, almost like, what is this? You are, take 44 points of damage. And you will have minus D4 on all attack and ability rolls.
Good.
Nithbis,
My turn already?
your turn already.
Didn't I give him
How did
the
that
guy?
happen?
It's like close up and he's like, that was
Yeah, blinky guy.
like
Yep.
confused.
Where are these forms in relation to the mud I made?
So good question. The mud, remember I said next turn it's going to be draining down that hole. So it's now drained down the hole. It's only like ankle deep at this point.
They're not in it.
They're standing in it, but it's no longer deep enough to cause them to be restrained. In fact, yeah,
Remember, we had a hole big enough for Kothai to fit through.
But they are standing in mud.
they are. Yep.
So if I drop the spell,
Yeah.
would it on them. And
I would count them as difficult terrain for the turn, yes. I would say they have to kind of... Although you don't necessarily know the nature of their physiology. It may affect them, it may not. If they were humanoid, absolutely.
I think I'm going to... They don't seem to have any difficulty moving over the mud anyway, do they?
Not really.
So I'm just going to drop
Okay.
that.
Kozai, you're preparing to mud, and then it's like, it turns into dirt and kind of piles around you.
Well, my question is, never mind. Go finish.
You
it,
still have that thing on you to...
but it's not mud anymore.
Oh, it wasn't concentration anyways, right? So I don't think you could
It
drop
just says that I have to dispel it.
Oh, you have to dispel it. As an action to dispel it?
It doesn't say it, so let's just leave it
Okay.
as mud.
Let's leave it so he can mud tube
Okay.
out. It'll be more fun. Mudtube.com,
Oh my
dude.
god. Okay, if that's the case, the one that I saw turn into fake Kothai, faux Kothai,
Yep.
I would like to have it please make a con save
Can do.
as I attempt to cast Blight on it.
Okay.
Pseudo-fi.
That's a definite fail.
Okay, so that is... Oh, shoot. What did I cast last time that was... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me get to my correct thingy thing. Alright. I was like making sure I had spell slots and I wasn't cheating. 4, 5, 6. I need 2 d8s, please.
Here you go.
And this is necrotic.
I got you.
Those dice.
10, 20, 34 damage. 34 necrotic damage. This is the... Sorry, this was the Kothai one?
Foci.
Fothai.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, also,
Got it.
it's standing in the mud, so it was supposed to make another strength save at the end of its turn.
It's good to go.
Oh, okay.
Condition immunities.
Damn.
All right.
Dang.
With that, we are over to you, Kothai. Real thigh.
What about Wayland?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You literally
No,
just
I moved hers. I moved
Oh, the
hers.
field.
Yeah. Welcome to the club, my dude.
I can't read your name.
Savage.
Just joking.
Osprey's gonna.
Osprey.
Oh! Ouch! You just burnt yourself.
Painful.
I'm losing memories, man. Still think it's Osprey. Yeah.
Yeah, your mind's on fire, dude. You can't remember where you're
Yeah,
at.
that's right.
Shimmermane is going to attack the fake Broderick in front of it.
Fake Broderick, got it.
Fodrick.
So that's 13 plus 5.
That's a hit.
Can't add, now I gotta subtract too.
Dungeon
So
math.
10 damage, and then that was beak, now for claws. So that's just 14. Or no, that's 16.
That is a hit.
16 for claws is 2d6.
Good secret.
It's a secret.
So how?
Oh, Devin, thank you for the sub, my dude. That earns everybody another divine inspiration. Thank you, my dude. All right,
Devin.
sorry.
10 more damage.
Shinmo, okay.
And I'm also at a D minus D4.
You are, yeah, so you're gonna have to roll these separately.
Alright.
You can roll all your hits first and then roll all your damage at once.
Alright, yep.
Oh, does he have to subtract or does that?
That's a critical hit.
critical
It's not
20 hit.
technically a 20.
So
I'm
there's
sprinkling.
crit 1. That's a no.
Miss.
And then number 3, that's.
Also a miss.
It's all right.
We did get a crit, though.
Crit it.
We're not recovered, Pashka. We're not.
No.
We're out of our minds
Yes.
tonight.
Let's see. So that's 9 plus 6 is 15 plus 9. Do I add the plus modifier twice for a crit?
No.
Okay, so
once.
That was not
16 plus 9 is 25 damage.
Woo! All right. Not Broderick just takes the hit and he lets out a sound, and as he does, he goes, "Ah!" You hear other voices, "Ah!" Like multiple voices making the sound at once. And Kothai, I'm gonna call your turn. Up the tube. and you kind of land there, and you see yourself, and he turns to you and smiles at you.
Which one is the hole on?
It would have been, I think, right over here.
Okay, so
You can draw it in
Touch
if
the
you'd
hole
like.
for us.
Smell the hole.
I was in the hole. I don't need to smell the hole.
He is the hole.
Torpedo the hole.
You really adopted the hole. Here you go, if you want to draw it in.
Draw the hole.
Kothai's always had the whole life. Once a hole, always a hole.
He's got the whole world.
No.
Innes, it's your turn. It's your turn, Innes.
In his hands.
Oh my god.
No, Pashka, we're not okay.
Yeah, this is a weird night. We're all beat.
That was
We're the
the
worst.
perfect pun for our
That
game,
was
though.
really good. That was really good. All right.
I don't even know what I want to do. How close?
We're all adjacent.
Nothing like an apocalyptic threat. to bring out the
Bring out the
humor.
goofs. I
So
don't even feel bad about it.
I apologize for nothing.
he's just we're like surrounding him.
Yeah, you're all adjacent to Fodrick.
Okay. I think I'm gonna. Am I affected by a minus D4?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Wait, no, you're not. You only got hit with the
haven't lost
pseudopod.
Yeah. Okay, so I will make a melee spell attack against him, but it is a touch spell.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yep. That is a hit.
Tight. So this is going to be 3d10 necrotic damage. Because I am inflicting wounds
Ooh, nice.
upon him. Wounds.
Wait.
18, 19, 20.
22.
I was getting there.
All right. You reach out, and as you do, his form starts rippling, and the texture disappears into a red goo. And in fact, where his head is, there's a human skull underneath, like the shape of the goo floating in this goo. And it lets out this. And as it does so, you can see from part of the smooth wall an illusion is dropped, and this large jelly kind of slides down it, and in that jelly, skulls are floating all over the place. Tendrils are pulling it along the floor, and you can see a red, liquid strand connecting to the back of what was Fodrick, but he can't keep it up now. It's just this red jelly. It looks a little something like this.
Ew. That's gross.
Wait, that's the creature causing the illusion of someone in front of us.
It's one and the same.
What? That's someone entangled in it.
That is the creature.
It's like pushed out something and made
Yep.
a form.
Got it.
It's a puppet master. And as that form appears, it kind of slides forward, and you hear voices coming from within the goo, and they're just, join us! Join with us!
Oh, he said giant ass.
Okay. No.
Too much mud.
Okay, with everybody up here, Raven, roll me a d4.
It's me, a Kocha.
2.
Ennis! Ooh! Gotcha again!
Are you
Yikes.
sure?
Yikes!
Gotcha.
Can you stop?
17 points of damage as a red kind of tendril forms a ball and pushes along and slams into you, knocks you down a little bit. You kind of have to recover from the hit.
Actually, not.
Lydia, roll me a d4. Kothai. What's your armor class again?
18?
You're not raging, right?
Uh-uh.
Okay, cool. That hits you. Ooh. 27 points of damage.
Just for funsies,
Yep.
what kind of damage is this?
It is a combination of bludgeoning and psychic.
I retorted, does an 18.
It does, an 18 does hit.
Okay.
God, you're plus 13 to hit, that's wild.
Let me see. That's 17 points of damage. to whichever one hit me.
You slash across it, and you see like a chunk of the goo fall to the ground, and there's just the skull left as the rest of it kind of melts in. The remainder of it, you see one of the skulls kind of push forward and lock eyes with you. Make me a wisdom save, my dude.
Okay.
You want to reroll?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and roll it
Okay.
because we have it.
That's a 20.
Ooh.
All right. For a moment, a memory comes to mind. You're crying and running through sewer tunnels, and you can feel the weight of your friends, their dead weight in your arms as you're running to escape a blue dragon, and then you shake it off.
Oh no, that time.
Okay. It's another creature. Sean, why don't you roll me a d4?
Okay.
It's a me, a coach.
Oh, it's a Kucha.
You can re-roll that one.
Okay, that's it for the Divine Inspos. We're re-rolling a crit. You guys want me to roll this die or my die?
That die.
That die.
Yeah, okay.
I like have nothing.
That's a miss. Coach, roll me a d4.
I don't wanna, man. I'm sorry.
Ennis! Ooh, that's a miss. Ennis, roll me a d4.
How many attacks are you getting? Why is
Yes,
this?
she wants. Oh, good.
Coach, can you make me a wisdom save?
I mean, I can. It doesn't mean I'll do it well.
Just warm these dice up.
Yeah, that's an 11.
Coach, you have a memory. You're walking into a town surrounded by a wooden palisade. You find an inn. You come in, and a nice, dark-haired couple with silver streaks come in, and you hear a voice say, "Oh, where you coming from, traveler? How can we help you? Are you hungry?" And quickly you hear a voice. The memory dissipates, your brain on fire, and you can no longer recall the Blue Water Inn in Valaki. Whoo boy. 44 points of psychic damage, my man, as again, just you see him holding his head. Nifbus.
I don't know.
What are you at?
I think.
Looking real good.
What are you at?
59.
Oh.
You know what? I missed that, Devin. Thank you, guys. There is one more divine inspiration. Thank you to Ye Olde Dragon. We appreciate
Yo,
that.
thanks
Ye
to Ye
Olden
Olde
Time Dragon Town. Thank you, my man. And let's see. He won. What was it? The Devon Roo? Devon Roo, I think.
Devon Roo?
Oh, did you get the Devon Roo?
Did he get the Devon Roo?
I don't know what he's gonna get with his Devon Roo.
Hey, so there's only one more of these things left, right?
Nope. But the other one, the faux thigh, is looking very rough.
Wait, so there's
There's
one
There's a
that's
faux thigh.
okay, and the other one's
The
like
one
not
that was
okay?
formerly Broderick is no longer even putting on an illusion. It's just this jelly creature.
But doesn't look.
the other one looks like Kothai still.
How far away is the Fodrick?
Right next
You're
to you.
right next
You're
to
right
both
next
of
to
them.
both.
And then they're. Oh, I see. Okay, I don't mind.
I'll swap. So the
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
Kothai
good call.
is the form, and now the jelly is this.
the jelly boy.
What?
This is Jelly Boy.
Uh huh.
This is
Kothai.
Kothai.
Faux thigh.
Kothai.
Okay. I'm going to attack the one Fodrick.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and hit it with a blight. So con save, please.
You don't need to roll damage, in fact. You cast the spell on it, and you just hear these voices as the jelly melts, and you hear the plinking of skulls on the stone floor.
Is it gone?
It's gone. It's dead.
Let me touch that though.
That's a dead one.
How's that
Okay.
shot?
We're now back up to you, Wayland.
Oof. So Osprey's going first. She's gonna fly up, over, and around.
She sort of does a leaping, like,
Yeah,
hop
kinda
over
like-
Kothai.
And then she's going to come in claws first, then beak. So it's +3, so I think that's a wash on a 14.
That is a miss.
That's a +5, sorry, so
16, that's a hit.
Alright, 2d6. +3, so that's 11 damage.
Okay. She comes in, slashes at this looks like Kothai creature.
Now beat. So that's an 8. I don't think that's gonna.
That is definitely not gonna do it, my dude.
Alright, here we go. The colors match each other, the d4 to the d20. Well, there's a crit right there.
Yeah.
Whoa! Congratulations.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's a 22 and a crit, I think, are the 2 hits.
Yeah, those are both definitely hits. So go ahead and roll damage 3 times and add your modifier twice.
10, 10, and 9, so 29 plus 18. So that would be 39, and then 47.
47. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you. And it's sort of. And you can see the Kothai form, especially where the spear impacts. The texture kind of goes away, and you can see the purple jelly. You see a skull floating before the texture is trying to, like, re-knit itself back shut.
Bonus action, I'm gonna second wind.
Good call.
9 plus 13. Cool.
Kothai, we're back to you as you yourself just took a hit and then kind of stares at you, wielding its own version of retorter.
You would try to eat my memories. That's a miss for sure.
That is a miss.
I'll swing again.
That's a hit.
That is a hit. So let's see. That is 14. I'm gonna go ahead and try to savage attack
Okay.
it. Good. That is 16.
Okay. With that, it turns to you. You swing once, and in your voice, you take Retorter, and you can hear Retorter's thoughts. Strike him down. You take the blade and run it right into it, and you stare at it. It looks at you. Texture starts disappearing, and you feel this liquid jelly just melting over your hands, like when you leave Jell-O outside in the sun. It just melts. Skulls all around hit the ground. An illusion dissipates again, and you can see this larger body that seemed to be connected by a tendril. You see these skulls come clattering to the ground. And all of the illusions in the room drop, and it's not smooth. It's just a regular old cavern. And you see a hole that's dug right in the middle. In fact, you see 2 more holes. One over here, one over there. What do you all do?
I'm gonna
You're
look-
standing there just... Sorry, go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
I was just saying, everyone's standing there exhausted. You know, you're searching your memories. It's like a dream you've forgotten. The memories you've
I
lost.
think a bit sad to Ennis and Nithbis. It ate some of my memories.
Mine as well. What are these skulls on the ground? Do they just look humanoid?
They look humanoid. Various types of human. Dwarves, elves.
Can I inspect them?
Sure, yeah. Nothing looks out of the ordinary. They look like they've been picked clean, like they've been acid washed.
Do they still have their teeth?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to know. No reason.
Okay.
Wayland, you are not looking so good.
No.
Aunt Lat, you look like you took some hits.
I did.
Are we
Took damage. It took memories. I'm very confused right now. Don't quite know what to think.
It's one of the more awful things I remember. Very sad I cannot remember. Luckily I can remember other things though.
This is true. Well, should we press on?
I think that would be wise.
Yes, I do not like this place at all.
Yes.
All right. With that, everyone, it's 9:45. I'm feeling pretty beat. Do you guys want to call this one early or go on to the next thing? I'm ready to like fall asleep right now. So I propose we call this early, regroup, come back on Tuesday, be back bright-eyed, bushy-tailed for next Sunday as we continue through the Fane of the Eye. You guys okay with that?
Yep.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. I'm dying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go pass out like right now.
We've got one of these left.
We got one of those left. Don't forget about that, guys. What do you think of the Oblex fight? The Elder Oblex.
I hate it, man.
Yeah.
That was awful.
I couldn't wait to drop
It was
that.
disgusting. I found it upsetting on both an out of character and in character level.
Eating memories is pretty sweet. I like it.
Yeah, that was.
I'm
didn't
not
even know
really
what the hell that thing was.
It's an Elder Oblex. They're in Mordenkainen's, and they're a great story too. They were part of the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Actually, I think it was like a 9-year-old kid.
Oh, that's the
came up with
one?
the idea for it, and I was like, whatever that kid was thinking, I'm there because this is my kind of stuff right
That
now.
was
This is my
awesome.
favorite kind of horror.
Yeah.
Slurpy, gross things that eat memories.
I
You had
found
me
it
at Slurp.
frustrating as a character just because like none of my spells prepared me for that
Yeah.
at all besides the necrotic, but I was just kind of like, cool, I'm gonna keep using the same spell slot, like
Yeah. That was a fun fight. I hope y'all enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Wayland got
It was
wrecked by
interesting.
those memory eating.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
need to hear it.
It did quite a bit.
I'm
to me,
below.
too.
I'm below half.
I'll be real, I put him in there because the only thing that hurts Kothai is
Is
psychic
psychic
damage,
damage.
and that memory eat,
I knew it was
8d10.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Oh yeah, I know it's 8d10, man.
Yeah, you got it twice, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
twice. I kept looking for an animal I could morph into that could. I was trying to find an elephant and see if I could like suck it up and then like spew back out at itself. And I couldn't find the stats, and I was
That's
like, I don't
awesome.
even know if it's gonna work.
When you were about to make the mud go away, I legit thought I was going to be buried alive.
I was about to have you start suffocating, and she was going to have to be like, oh crap, get you back out of there. But it didn't happen that way. Guys, that was a lot of fun. I know we're all super tired from Poe, so let's rest, recuperate. Thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. Got a little silly, but it was fun. It was good to be back in the courtyard.
Back
No
in the
cicadas.
saddle.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
we silenced the cicadas for you tonight.
we did. I am launching a raid, and we rarely get to raid our friends' welcome party, so we are going to launch a raid on them right now. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you Tuesday. We'll hopefully chat with you in the Discord.
Yeah.
What's going on Tuesday, Sean? Can you give us a sneak peek of what's going on?
for sure. So, our characters have set off from Niven's Rest at...
About 10 seconds.
well, they're gonna find an old adventurer who disappeared 20 years ago
In the jungle.
in the
In
jungle.
the jungle. You got
You're in
that.
the jungle, baby.
Y'all better run.
All right, see you guys. Thanks again.
Bye.